And here's our friend Danielle Smith there saying that she wants the castle law in Alberta. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Today that next week our UCP government will be introducing a new motion under the Alberta Sovereignty Within a United Canada Act that will, if passed in the legislature, instruct all provincial entities, including our municipalities and law enforcement agencies, to refuse to enforce or prosecute under the federal gun seizure program. Now, the Sovereignty Act motion will also make it clear that these agencies will not enforce or prosecute Albertans defending their homes and families from intruders.
There you go. So don't touch our guns and castle law, basically.
Can you imagine showing that to somebody in like the 19th century or the 18th century? Just saying, yeah, like, look how excited this crowd is because this woman is saying, to give them the power to defend their own home if they're attacked. They'd be like, what? What are you talking about, you idiot? Like, obviously, everyone can do that. It's so strange, isn't it, that this is even a thing, that you have to push so hard just to give people a legal defense to resist an invader in their own home. What madness.
Somebody just said they also sent Stephen Fear a letter that went unanswered. I believe maybe one of the qualifications to be a Liberal MP is you must be illiterate, because they don't read contracts, obviously don't read email requests for interviews or emails at all. So maybe that's the problem.
That's for the little people to do, isn't it?
Yeah, anyway, castle law. And in Toronto, the police chief there, remember, he advised people to leave their keys at the front door so when the thieves broke into your home, that they would have easy access to the keys and they wouldn't come into the rest of your home. And just put a sign there and then they can just steal your keys and your car without invading the rest of your space. I put out a post on LinkedIn and I put my key fobs on a couple of wolfhounds and I said, you can take the keys off these dogs. They haven't been fed. Please feed them before you take the keys. I think that's what. But likely in Toronto you get charged for that though.
It's just, again, like trying to explain this to Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, something like that, trying to explain that this is the English common law system has degenerated into. This is how terrible your descendants are, that they literally advise people. The people that are supposed to protect them then advises the citizenry to make it easier for thieves to steal their stuff. It's just such craziness, isn't it? This is like, if this came out of North Korea or something, we would be talking about how much we pitied the North Koreans, wouldn't we? But it happens to be this country.
I'm telling you right now, it's the corrupted and crippled media that lend to this, because they're going to be attacking Danielle Smith over this when this just makes sense to most people. And here's another one where she's saying she's going to prioritize Albertans first for jobs as opposed to immigrants. And she got this cheer. And if Mark Miller heard that, he would be calling her a racist and a whole bunch of other ists. Let's listen to what Danielle Smith says on passing a law that says you're prioritizing Albertans first.
Using our constitutionally protected provincial rights, Alberta will return to a more stable number of primarily economic migrants so that newcomers come here to work and contribute as they have historically done, while Canadian citizens living in Alberta are given first priority to the jobs and the opportunities our economy creates. We will restore the proper balance and ensure that our immigration system becomes a strength to our province again. And although right-sizing Alberta's growth rate is critical, our province cannot afford to delay.
That's good. Who would have thought protecting your home, protecting your rights to own a gun, and also putting Canadians first would be controversial? Who would have thought?
That's what I mean. We've just fallen so far, or maybe some people would say we've risen so high, but we've changed to such a dramatic extent that I think this would have been inconceivable even a couple of decades ago, wouldn't it? That this would be such a sort of political event, such an issue. So strange. To relate to this conference, I don't think we're going to talk about it, are we, later on in this? But it's important to bear in mind that she was booed, wasn't she, at least once when
the carbon
when she was trying to talk about the oil deal and how it meant Ottawa can still work with Alberta or whatever. It's really important to remember that. I was reading something about the internal predictions within the UCP are that 75% of the membership want to leave Canada, are pro-separation. That's just a remarkable statistic, that, I think. That's probably not even the whole, that's probably not even accurate, is it? It's probably more like 80 plus. That is astonishing. Like, talk about emergencies and existential crises and things. Like, that should be what the Prime Minister talks about every single day. The first topic of discussion at all of his cabinet meetings should be, how do we make sure that Alberta doesn't separate? It's not a fantasy anymore, is it? Like, it has legs.
We don't just report the news. We live here too. We're your neighbors, bringing you stories that matter to all of us. No government funding, no outside influence. Kelowna Now, local, independent. News you can trust.